Welcome to India Reforms. Today I shall be talking to you about how corruption multiplies. So let us take an example of people working in private companies and then we come to how the corruption multiplies in government organizations. So imagine hypothetically there is a director finance or a GM finance and he gets an opportunity from a supplier who tries to bribe him so that he gets the order from the company of a raw material. Now, this entire order or the continual giving of order is in crores, hundreds of crores. So what happens is this GM finance or director finance, he does one deal with a supplier where he ends up making 10-15 crores. Of course, that's the bribe he's taken. So do you think he would have done all this by himself? Of course not. He would have had people in his department, his subordinates, who would have carried out this unscrupulous deal of exchange of money and unethical business practice. Now the question is, this finance director, he does it once and then for next 12 months or 15 months, he works with a lot of honesty. But what about that subordinate who has helped this man, his boss, to acquire so much of wealth? Apart from him getting some part, some chunk, some portion from that wealth, what would this fellow do? He would start taking bribes from the vendors, from the people who are supplying them with certain materials. It can be, which would tantamount to very, very small amounts. It can be in few thousands, not even lakhs. But then that becomes a culture. And that is what happens in the government departments. A senior officer, if he indulges in a corruption, he might be honest. Out of 1,000 cases, he might be honest in 999. But one case where he sees that he can make a lot of money, he indulges in corruption and then he sleeps for the next 15 months. Now, if he makes say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 crore in that one transaction, he's not made it by himself. He has had his subordinates who's helped him conclude that transaction where he gets some money and smaller chunk is also distributed to the subordinates. Now what will happen? वहां पे बात खत्म हो जाती है, but the subordinates know that now they are being protected by their boss by default. Since they have seen their boss indulging in corruption, a government employee, so what will they do is, in small cases, they will keep taking money. So they will take money from the common citizen. They will take money from poor and rich. They will take money for small or big cases because that is what has become their habit. They know they can do it. So one leader who is indulged in corruption has actually multiplied corruption because he might have 5, 10, 15, 20 people under him and those 15, 20 people might have 100 people under him and so on. When the chain goes till the last person down, there are lakhs of citizens of this country who end up paying to these thousands of government employees. And that is how the corruption multiplies. So the question is, what can be done? What should be done? Well, the answer is, the person, if found guilty, a government employee, if found guilty, higher the level, severe should be the punishment. The person should be taken to task with lot of severity. He should not only be suspended, but such people should not be allowed to work thereafter in their lives. And there should be such rule of law that these people think twice thrice indulging in corruption. Because if the corruption has reached to the lakhs of people who are the victim of the corruption, it is because of the higher officers, be it a politician, be it a government officer, whoever it may be. The person who is in the role of responsibility, the corruption has percolated from him. It has gone down from him, and that is where it is important that the rules have to be set where these people are severely reprimanded so that none of their colleagues ever thinks of indulging in corruption. If you like this video, kindly share it far and wide. Thank you so much.